Hi guys, so today I'm going to be trying out one of the Hunkydory little books as they call them. This one's the bite-sized book, and then they have like other ones that are a little bit larger. It just depends on what what you're looking for, what you want to do. But this one's interesting because they're just like pages, right? And there's a repeat of all of them, and you're supposed to decoupage them or do whatever it is that you like with them. So I will have whatever products I use linked in the description box, and those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Having said that, this one is only available through Hunkydory, which I do not have affiliate links with, and if you live in the US, then your shipping is going to be pretty crazy. So this was what they call a free gift. They put one out like every few months, I guess, and then basically it's free, right? Well, this is the extended set, though, where this came from. So it was the Meadow Mice collection, and it's just like a topper set. But if you're in the US and you just want to get the free gift and nothing else, it's going to cost you like $18 in shipping, $18 to $25 depending on what else you order to, put in your cart, until you get to 120 pounds, which is like $145. So if you want free shipping, you have to get to like $145 in your cart, ish, around there. And then they ship really fast, so that's really nice. And by like UPS or like DHL, which is interesting. So yes, it costs more, but they aren't just shipping Royal Mail, right? Where like on something on Craft Stash, where you can find some of these other dyes that I'll be using and things, they'll have free shipping at a lower, rate, like I think around $80 US. But sometimes they ship Royal Mail, and sometimes they also ship UPS. It just depends, I guess, what works for them. So whatever they ship it out. So it's different. But with Hunkydory, it's a much higher price point to get the free shipping, and then they use a better service, I would say. Again, Ecstasy Crafts also carries the Hunkydory items, so whatever, I do have links with them, and they also have like a shipping kind of deal. So just some things to keep in mind why I don't really link to Hunkydory for reasons. On top of that, yeah, the shipping is just, I even had a friend here, she's like, oh, I want to get the magazine you showed the other day, and the shipping was going to be 19 bucks. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So, yeah. Anyway, but they have all kinds of these little books everywhere. I mean, you can pick these up. This is just, this design for the Meadow Mice is only through Hunkydory because it's their free gift for right now. And then I have these Moonstone dice. So I had picked them up as a set, I believe, on Craft Stash. You can find them in several different places now, but I'll link them, where I can there. And that's kind of how I look at things as far as shipping, like what's going on, I think for this one, I'm going to use this shape here. These are big guys. So again, they're in centimeters, so it's, But let's see. It says you can use a straight edge nesting dies rectangles, which is interesting because I think I ordered them recently just to see, just because I like the look of them. But we're going to probably cut something down and then make it work that way, guys, so that this whole thing works out. But from the edge to edge, it is 4 3/4 inches. I was gonna say probably by 6 3/4. Yep, by 6 3/4. So that's the largest one. Mats into a 5x7, real nice. And then they get smaller from there. And like this oval shape is like 4 3/4 by like 6 3/4. Okay, so they both are very nice for like a 5x7. I think I'm gonna use this one, like I said, and then I'm going to see which size would be best to work with these guys. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have so many ideas to try out. Well, with a lot of things, but especially with this Hunkydory stuff, so hopefully we'll get to those very soon. These little guys, what size are these? Let's see. They are just over 4 inches, like 4 1/8 by almost 6. So basically something that would mat really nicely into an A4 card base. But since we're going to use it this way, I just want to see which of these would work best as far as making... See, do I want to cut down the paper itself? I kind of didn't. What I think I'm going to do is... You know me, I don't do a lot of decoupage layers because I don't want to waste a bunch of these little papers. Oh, I also want to mention that these guys, they're not super thin, guys. These are pretty nice thickness for like a... Because again, you're supposed to decoupage them. Doesn't really say what weight they are. I just don't want you to think that this is just like the thinnest paper in the world. It's not. It's nice and sturdy. It has a nice feel to it. Let me pick which image I want to use for today's card, because again, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. And then we'll go from there. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. It frames in there pretty nicely. What I think I'm going to do is let the little ears like stick out, I think. That might work for us. We'll see. This one has little flowers, but we can pretend. So I will need 3 of these basically because I want a base layer. And then I'm going to do the whole little bodies. Now, if you don't like that, you can just go from base layer to the head, and then that's it. But I think I'll do a body. I know. And then you need one for just the faces, or the heads. Oh my gosh. Okay. And my idea is to cut this out of a gold mirror matte kind of paper. So I think I'm gonna do that first because I need to know how much of what I need to cut these guys down to. So I'll be right back. So let's put these to the side for right now. I went and looked through my stash, and funny enough, I do have an insert set, so I want to use this for the inside of the card. But I just grabbed this card base from some Crafts Companions boxes that I have, and I love the way these open long ways, so that's fun. And looking at this little paper, I thought, you know what? I can bring in this little pink paper. So again, these are, oh, hold on. So these are what they call inserts, right, and papers. So this one has papers, so they have more of a color to them. You see how these are pigmented really nicely, obviously nice colorful paper. Where these are inserts and they're very light colors, what happens with these, you're supposed to put them inside your card for like where you write. So that's why they're so like kind of just muted, right, even though it echoes what's going on in there. So cute, you know. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is tough to choose now because I was going to pick one of these and just use the other side, or even this paper, you know. Hold on. Because now I want to use this basic side of it. I thought, oh, I can just use a muted color, but not muted color, but just like a background, you know. But now the other ones really pop. So you know what? Maybe I'll wait for that at the end. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just wait because I was going to cut a matte layer with that, and then the gold, and then our little guys. But let's go ahead and cut this out from gold. And I have this awesome gold mirror paper. Again, it's not super thick, but it is a very nice weight, and it just looks awesome. So I'm going to cut this down. And again, I will link to the A4 size paper, but if, let's say, on CraftStash or Ecstasy Crafts or wherever you're looking, and you start looking at other selections, they also have an HSN. Just make sure you read the sizing, because sometimes it's not A4, or it's not a big sheet of paper, it's already cut down to like mini book size or slimline, which is like their DL size or whatever. So just always read the description if you're going off of, you know, not using the way I linked it, okay? I'm gonna run this through. I'll be right back. If I had my nesting dies already from Hunkydory, like the same brand, I would just take a nesting die and do the next thing. Hi, maybe you saw me there. But since I don't, what we're gonna do is measure this and then cut down our papers to work with that, okay? But I will be right back. So if I really just mat right into this, because as you can see, like this guy obviously is bigger. They're basically the same size, right? So I need this to be cut down just a little bit. So I'm looking at the scallop to scallop, and then we'll go from there. Actually, you can even go a little bit bigger than that if you want, if you just want it to look frilly on the edges, so it's not a big deal. I would say 3 3/8 by, where it dips in there, by 5 3/8. That seems about right. 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. So I'm going to take all these guys together. And right now this is just over 4 inches. Like I said, it's like 4 1/8 or so. Let me write this down before I forget. So let me write down my numbers. I probably won't forget, but you know, who knows. Where can I find a pen? 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. And it's already, so I just need to take a little bit off the top, a little bit off the sides. And really, honestly, I'm not going to do that to these guys, so just the one. Sorry, I don't want to confuse people. The reason I stacked them all, because I thought, oh, I'll cut them all down, but I don't want to do that because I want the full ears on these guys. So I'm going to cut this one, our base layer, down to 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so I'll just take a little bit off of here and there until it's that size. Okay, you know how I do. Things are moving along, but I went to cut this, and I'm like, oh man, if I really do 3 3/8, I'm going to end up cutting a lot of this off, and I don't want to. So I'm going to do a little bit smaller than, a little bit bigger than that. So let's say just over 3 1/2. No, I'm not cutting away too much. And then that little gold, like I said, will just stick out from behind there, which is really, really cute. Okay, and then from this one, I'll start cutting a little more aggressively. Obviously, we need to cut some off that too. So I'm just going to cut it out. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's it. Whatever I just cut off was perfect. So let me tell you what I did. So it's just in case you have another little mini book, you want to do the same kind of thing. This is 3 5/8. So just that little bit of ruffle is going to be sticking out by almost 5 5/8. It's a little bit smaller than 5 5/8. So that's going to be that. Let me clean this out and then we're going to glue this down. And I think I'm going to round the edges on this just so it's not all squared off, you know, the very edges. Which means I'm just going to take a corner rounder. Is this a corner rounder? Nope. How come every time I need the stub one, I get the corner rounder, and every time I need the corner rounder, I get the stub one? Let's try the 1/4 inch first on this. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm just going to go around, corner around, and take all the little bits out of this card base to the side. I'm just going to glue this down now. We'll probably pop this whole thing up off the background anyway. And then I said I was going to take the little bits out, and guess what? I didn't. Okay. You guys, you know how it goes around here. Okay. While that sets up, I'm going to take a moment to pop these guys out. And I'll be right back. You guys, this is the cutest thing already, just like that. I'm done. Let's pack it up. Stick that on a card base. Okay. I know it hurts our heart, but this is what you're supposed to do with these things. So I'm going to take this and, you know, I mean, I don't know what you would do with these other pieces, but all I'm going to do is come in here and just use my smallest scissors. And whenever you're fussy cutting, now you can just go and do the heads and then be happy with that. I think that'd be really cute. But I'm going to come in here, I'm going to take their little body. So I see his little hand, his little arm. And whenever we're fussy cutting, all I do is I apply pressure with my dominant hand and I turn my papers or whatever it is with my non-dominant hand. Okay. Now this little guy, I'm going to just take his little body. So I need to go up in here. And however it is that you can see it best, that's what you should do, you know? So like if you need to trim it away and you can see it better, however it is. So usually once I get to a certain point, I will trim away. Like this little green leaf is still going to be there because that's fine. And I might even trim away that little piece of white later. But again, I'm not the decoupaging, fussy cutting queen that a lot of people are. So I'm just doing this, and then I'm just going to do a few layers because that's all I care about. Like right now I might even just go like this, and I'll do the same thing for all the little guys, all their little bodies. Just remove most of that, and maybe I'll come in here since I got tired of that other top area, and we'll go in here, and it's up to you if you want to keep the those little bits of hairs or just cut them off, because when you cut them off you're still going to see them from the very bottom layer. So it's up to you. They don't seem too difficult to get into, to be honest, but let's see. So whatever you think is too finicky, just cut it off. It's not a big deal. Like this one seems not too bad because I can just go like that and then I come in here. Oh, another thing is you can use your craft knife too, but I prefer to just use scissors. I'm going there. I'm going to go in this little bit. Or use the scissors for most of it and then come back in with your craft knife, you know, whatever it is that you like to do. Clean it up a little bit that way. So in here I need to trim that little bit away. And this is another reason why I only like a few little bits. A few layers. Okay, so we got through there. And I'll keep cutting. So again, pressure with my dominant hand, the one with the scissors, and then turning my paper with my non-dominant hand. And that way you just get nice and just a nicer cutting. Instead of going in and going and then you have all these weird etching, you know, kind of marks. You just kind of pressure, and my other hand is turning. Of course, you take a break every once in a while or catch up where you need to be, but that's about it. Okay, and so I'll do the same thing on this layer with these other two little guys. Wherever I can get in that makes sense, like in here, okay? And I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I just finished those. And then, okay, again, as you're going, you know, make your editorial selections there, decisions, because like I did cut away the little piece of leaf that was closer inside his little belly. This one, there's a lot more going on inside his little ears and stuff, so I think what I'll do is at the end, when I do the next layer, I'll cut those things away. So his little layer might be a little bit different, but I just kind of got as close as I could here that made sense. So there's that one. And then the last layer, again, all we're going to do is, and I'm just going to fussy cut this away just so you can see. Now if you want to be more careful and try to use this paper somewhere else, like another time for more layers, right? Because then you can use this as a base layer. You might want to just get right in there with the craft knife, and then later on you can use this as a base layer to build off of or something, but for now we're just going to get rid of that. And this time we're just going to do the heads. At least that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go around here again. The little hairs that are on the very side of their mouth, we don't need to keep, or should I say their cheek. Excuse me. And then in here, and this will be much quicker. The other one took a few minutes. Again, you know, I know a lot of us are better with craft knives than we are with scissors. You might want to do that. And in here. And this time, I just feel like the little hairs are so pronounced that you can't really just cut them away. You know, the little hairs, these guys. Let me show you. If they were more wispy, I wouldn't mind just trimming that away. I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like they need to stay. So I'm taking the moment to just keep those little hairs. But if you don't want to, just cut around the whole head. Okay, so again, I'll do the same thing with this guy and then the other two little heads, and I'll be right back. Guys, so that is done for now. What I'm going to do is, I mean, obviously they're going to stick out of the page, which is really cute. Let's go ahead and choose that background paper so I can get that stuck down on the card base and then go from there. So see, for me, I had seen this and I thought, oh, that'll be cute just to go with that one, which is very cute. But then it's like these other sides, they're so pretty, you know? Oh, is that too much flour? Oh, look at that. The same repeat pattern. Oh my gosh, a little much. A little much. Okay, so maybe I do have to go with something more toned down, but these other sides are so pretty. And I was really liking that pink one, but then again, oh, the strawberries. I mean, how cute. Just the little flowers, you guys. So you can't give me papers, because then I don't want to use, you know, I don't know what side to use. Look how cute that is with the little ladybugs peeking out here and there. But I'm not going to show enough of the ladybugs, so I guess we're going to have to go with this one that's a little more plain. Now, do I want to go this way or this way? Probably that way. But then this purple one actually looks really cute, too. Okay, I'm going to go with pink. And we'll go this way. Also, I want to see about how much of this ends up showing. How cute. Okay, so I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. And since we're kind of new, or at least I am, to Moonstone dies, I do like to show you guys how they came out. Pretty nice and clean there. So let's just get this stuck down. Okay. And what I mean by Moonstone dies is the Hunkydory brand dies. I mean, you guys. That is so hard to cover that prettiness. But look, I mean, even with the busyness, it's not super busy, but let's just go with this. That paper is too gorgeous. I'm going to just glue down the very edges and let the frill do what it wants. And in fact, you can even frill it up a little more if you like it to be more fun. And then, I mean, you can put another matte layer if you want. I wanted the crisp white in the background. I actually wanted this layer to be white, but I thought, well, it's white and all that. So you can kind of crisp this up, frill it up a little bit. I'm just making sure that's stuck down, but I'm running my finger under here. Of course, you can do that afterwards too when everything's set. And this is going to pop up on here. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to have it popped up. So it's going to be dimension on dimension on dimension, right? So let's get our little heads out of the way. Little head, little head. Oh, did I lose my third one? I better not. Okay. That took too much time. Alright, so on the backs of these guys, I'm definitely going to just pop down tons of dimensional adhesive, and then we're going to do a little something fun. As I'm watching like how the people over there at Hunkydory work with their items, sometimes they'll come in here and they'll give like a little zhuzh. And I'm just grabbing a piece of foam that I don't even know where it's from, and then we have this tool just to kind of put a little shape in his body. And I'll put a smaller piece of this guy here. I'm not too concerned with these little bits that are just kind of out here, but you know, I'm just leaving them. But if you want to put a little bit more dimensional, you can definitely do that. There's another fun thing I've seen them do where they make an acetate box. It's like a protector just around this part, which is really cute, but maybe I'll leave that for another day. So we have that. Okay, let me put dimensionals on the other bodies. I'm going to give them a little zhuzh like I showed you right now. Just a little something so they're curved in a little bit at the body. You can do the ears too, I suppose, at this point, but I'm going to do that in the next one. So let me put some dimensionals on the back of these parts, and I'll be right back. I love how he's just his little face or her little face, and this one's just kind of like, I don't know. So I do have it, again, hanging over the side, which I think is really cute. And then this, again, the little arms, I'm just leaving them there. Now if you want to cut some really thin dimensionals under there, go for it. Okay. And then these little guys, what we're going to do is turn them around, and just in the little ear part, I'm going to give them a little something like that. So that means dimension on the back of the face. And of course dimensionals in the ears. And I'll do that for all of them. And I'll just stick them down also, so just like this. So when I come back, it will be all decoupage. That's your face, isn't it? Yes, it is. Look at that. So cute. Again, just a little something, just a little movement on the ears, but okay, I'll be right back. So there's that, and there's that, and then this little guy. Super cute. Again, maybe a quarter of an inch of thickness on that. Okay. And of course, you know, if you're going to continue to do the face, you can do some of the flowers, like just pop out some of these guys here and there, whatever it is that you want. Now I'm thinking, do I pop this up too? Sure. Okay, so let me... Actually, I have some of this dimensional adhesive that's really thick, kind of too wide for a lot of the projects I do that I will use. And I'll think about where I want to stop so it's not... I don't want to turn this over and squish that, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'll be right back. So in the meantime, there's an airplane passing over, so I thought, oh, okay, well, it'll be a good time for me to go grab a sentiment or something. So if you're picking up, let's say, a topper packet, obviously it has tons of sentiments. These little books are just a little book. So let's say you like this style, but you don't have everything else, or you have a style of another book or whatever. So I brought out the Matte-tastic book of sentiments. So let me just make sure this is where I want it. How cute. Oh my goodness, you guys. I already knew I was going to get a little smitten with this stuff. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So as far as the Matte-tastic book, this one is Matte-tastic, so it's the sentiments in lots of different colors to go with everything. So I'm going to, you know, go through this and find something that I think is cute that matches in color and also like whatever's going on there. And this one is the Essential Book of Sentiments that's just regular, adorable, scoreable, so it's shiny, as you can see. So I mean, if you want to bring in some shine, you can definitely do that. They have gold and silver outlines. I don't know if you can tell, like that one has gold, sorry, silver. So there's silver. So let me go through this Matte-tastic one and see what I would like to pop on there as a sentiment, and I'll be right back. I was going to go with this pink one, but it's silver on the edges. Now, you know, if you don't care, I don't care, but I'm going to go with this as a purple look. It just says, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to put some dimensionals on this, and I'll be right back. I'll just put that right here. Again, pearls, dazzling things, whatever it is that you want to finish to top this off with, that'd be wonderful. I'm just going to put it actually a little bit closer this way. Right there with the thank you so much, and our little characters all cute. Oh my gosh, you guys. So, just an idea of using those little books. Of course, you can just use one page and, you know, do some die cutting and put it on some layers, and you're going to have something really cute, and then just a sentiment, right? I mean, that's as easy as it can be, or you can do a little something more, right? So, like with something like this, let's just say we have whatever it is, and then, I don't know, I'm just popping this out, but... you know, with the cute layers, and then to a special granddaughter, or whatever it is. Cute! Or maybe just this guy, and maybe just layer him, or however. Anyway, alright guys, thanks for watching. And I always forget, because this is new to me, and, you know, trying to do this kind of thing. Let me find a little paper that goes... Oh, this little trio of guys, right? That's the one. I'm going to cut this down. Now, since these are the inserts, right? And Hunkydory does this a lot. So these are inserts. And again, more like layering weight paper. And generally, you can cut this thing like in half and then score or whatever is it. Or not cut it in half. Well, you can cut it in half. But if you just want to fold it and put it in like a standard size, you know, card. But since this is a tall one, I guess I could still do this, but not really because that's like 14 inches, right? Even though these papers are almost 12 inches, but still gonna be a little short. So what I'm gonna do is just trim this down to fit in here. So 5 by 7, so I'll trim this down to like 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, and I'll be right back. It's hard to see anyway because it's so light, but I'm just gonna put some adhesive on the back of this. I'm using a dry one because it's not part of the construction, but also I don't want to use a wet, really wet adhesive that's gonna maybe make the paper pucker a little bit, you know. So let's open this up. And that will finish off our card. So cute, a little higher up. Oh my gosh, you guys. And then when you write your note, you have that, and you can stamp on this and all that kind of stuff too if you would like. So there it is. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, I'll have links as appropriate. I'll have images coming up, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.